This workflow is going to document how you can take your Revit data from Revit 2018 to 3ds Max Interactive or Stingray. So on the screen here I have a Revit model of a small house. It's reasonable size, it's about 24 megs, and there's a little bit of detail in it, and I want to take this through directly into 3ds Max Interactive. Now there's two ways to do this. Number one, you can export it out as an FBX and drag that data across. FBX will hold the geometry, the textures, and the lighting. The one I want to use today though is the one that's included in the suite workflows, which is the 3ds Max Design Exterior Rendering. So I'm just going to hit this and it's going to fire up my exterior rendering dialog box here. There are a few settings you can look at should you want to keep the daylight system, the cameras, auto smooth, adjacent faces. I'm just going to use the default settings here and hit run. It's going to also ask me if I want to start a new Max scene or an existing one, or update or remove and replace, kept and append. I'm going to use an active 3ds Max session because I'm running both 2017 and 2018 on my machine. So you can see here I have 3ds Max open, and I'm going to choose the active scene, which is untitled, and go continue. And what this is doing is it's creating an FBX file and linking it into the 3ds Max environment. So here we have it straight away available inside of 3ds Max, and if you want to see how that is linked through or referenced through, we can go to the manage links under reference, and you'll see in files that it's created a default location here of that FBX. Now one thing to note here is that whenever you send that FBX through from Revit, it's always going to be looking for that default view. So if you try and update it from another view, it won't work. So you need to make sure that you do it from the same view, otherwise it gets confused. So just to show you how that link works, so let's say I want to make an adjustment here and delete out some of this lawn. I'll just go back to Revit and I'll delete a couple of items here, and then we'll go back and we'll go and use the suite workflow, exterior rendering, and run. And again, it's just using the active scene. That's the one we want to update. You don't need to use any of these other ones, just use that and go continue. And again, we're running it from the same view and it's updated automatically. So if we want to take that back again, undo, and then I'll just show that again one more time. Run. Continue. And it's updated. So there is a link between the two applications. So that's the first step on how to get your data across. You could also, if you bring in Navisworks data or InfoWorks data or other file formats, you could import and link in an FBX here or an AutoCAD file. So if you have an FBX bit of data that you want to reuse, you can do it this way as well.